By starting with that a la carte menu of services and using this as a feeder type of program for break-fix clients, this starts to allow you as the MSP to begin the education process on the value of managed services. Because as you can upsell more and more service to them, it soon makes sense for that business to make the leap and start subscribing to a more proactive approach to how they care for their network. And obviously, this is where the real money is made. So in looking at the next program level, the proactive program, the philosophy here is all about basic security and prevention of issues in order to improve, obviously, the network stability, the reliability of the customer's network, and to reduce the number of downtime incidents that they experience that can be very disruptive to the workplace productivity. It's at this level where you as the MSP, you're really committing to caring for and regularly maintaining all aspects of that client's network, all the servers, all the workstations, all the network gear, not just the bits and pieces like we're kind of doing in the a la carte program. And you want to monitor and manage all of your client servers as they're typically, they're the ones that house the critical applications that are needed and rely upon by the end users to perform their daily tasks and job functions. And you want to manage all of the network devices like the firewalls and routers and switches as they are the gateway to your customer's environment. And you want to monitor and manage all of the workstations as this is where you can really begin to build relationships with end users and help to create a better support for them and improve their overall user experience. So here at this level, you are committing to a basic set of standard monitoring services that you see here and a set checklist of preventative maintenance activities. But anything that is not part of your checklist, anything ad hoc, unanticipated phone calls, emails into your support desk, those are not included. Those are considered out of scope and are considered billable. But the overarching theme of a proactive program is that by delivering value through the types of preventative measures and the best practices that you're going to put in place, it will reduce the number of support incidents and the support calls so that those out-of-scope ad hoc billing charges shouldn't be too much. So in looking at the components of the proactive program a little bit further, the way the proactive program is structured is there is a set of core features that we typically see partners include along with some optional elements, just like the a la carte, that you can bolt on depending on the unique situation of the customer. So items like server or workstation backup, managed compliance, managed mobile, even building on maybe a block hours of support. So even if the customer starts at the basic or the core proactive level, there's still opportunities over time and through various sessions with that customer to upsell and add on these additional higher level services. So when looking at the core services, when caring for your customer server equipment, under the proactive program, we're looking at advanced performance monitoring, monitoring such critical server services such as, obviously CPU, disk space, memory, connectivity. We're monitoring for patch status. We're applying all necessary Windows operating system patches, as they come out. We're also ensuring that all third-party applications are properly patched and up to date, those Javas and those Adobes. We're performing regular preventative maintenance activities via your checklist on an ongoing basis, like disk space, deleting temp files, performing firmware updates, maybe emptying the recycling bin, and performing key application maintenance on the Active Directory and Exchange. And then obviously you're ensuring that your recommended AV solution is in place, that it's valid, that it's operational, and that all the servers are receiving their necessary updates, again, as they come out. And we typically see industry average pricing at around $100 per server per month for this basic level of proactive service. Also, the core proactive server component doesn't include local or offsite backup. So if you determine when speaking to your prospect that maybe there's not a really good backup process in place, or maybe there's not a really good backup solution in place, this is where you can add on and include your own backup solution to the program, which we typically see adds on another $100, $150 per server per month to the monthly server price. And then when looking at the network services, when caring for the network equipment in a proactive program, obviously we're monitoring all the firewalls, the routers, the switches, and we're going to be performing ongoing updates and management like firmware when they come out. We typically see pricing around $25 per network component per month for this basic level of service. And then when looking at the customer's workstations in a proactive program, obviously we're monitoring the workstation. Again, we're applying all necessary Windows operating system patches, third-party patches as they're released, performing routine desktop maintenance, and then again, ensuring the AV is working in place, valid, operational, and getting the updates as they come out. We typically see this around $20 per workstation per month. Again, this price typically doesn't include any sort of local or offsite backup. So again, if you determine when talking to your customer or prospect that there isn't a quality backup process in place or a good quality solution, maybe they're using something of a consumer retail type, then this is where you can position and add on your own backup, which can typically add on another $15 a month per workstation to the price that you're already charging. So again, at this level, it's important to note that these average prices do not include any sort of ad hoc reactive help desk calls that might be needed for any issues that may pop up during the month. All of those types of ad hoc phone calls, emails, those are billed out additionally to your standard time material rate. But as you can see by this pricing though, that if you charge a premium for your a la carte menu items, by the time you get to about 3 services, like AV, patch, backup, there really is a case to be made to consider jumping to the proactive program, because at this level, this is where they're going to get the more in-depth care and the protection being applied at this level. Also, in addition, at the proactive program, this is where we typically start seeing partners include, some sort of quarterly network health review meeting, so that you can meet with the business owner, meet with the key stakeholders to review their business plans, objectives, and to see if any other issues or challenges might have popped up that you can assist with. Because most of your services, once you get going, are going to be automated and performed remotely under this new program, these quarterly review meetings are going to become really important. And it's because we need to be able to keep that personal connection to your customer to help cement you and your organization as that trusted advisor. Starting in this program, network performance is going to be vastly improved because you are working to prevent issues and you're catching issues before they manifest into much larger issues so that they don't negatively impact the end user. As a result, this could cause your customer to really begin to question, why am I paying you each month when nothing ever breaks? So by committing to these quarterly meetings, it will remind your customers of the service value you provide to them. You're going to be able to continue educating them that a proactive managed services engagement, the whole mantra is prevention and issue avoidance. And that is what that monthly fee provides. And we need this monthly connection or quarterly connection, depending on how often you want to build it out as part of this program. So please don't discount it.